I found out why not only me, but most men don't reach their full potential because they have not learned this formula. This formula will cause you to reach your full potential. Anybody interested? I say, anybody interested? Not 95, not 80, 100% of the time, this will work if you learn to work it. SQ is my belief about my identity and purpose. AQ is about capacity. If I can lock in identity and purpose, if I can become solid on who I am and why I exist, and I can hold that identity and purpose under extreme pressure, then it's just a matter of time before I execute life, leadership, and legacy. My family, my business, my personal life rest on my ability to remain who I am under extreme pressure. The character that I've been using to get to this level is not sufficient to get me to the next level. So what I had to do is switch out character. Because when I switch out character, I choose a new character that is designed to get me to the next level. You cannot get to the peak without first honoring the fact you got to master the pit. In 80s, there was no iPhones and taking pictures immediately. No, sir. There was this time when there was a dark room and you had to go into the dark room. It had to be dark so things could develop. Because if you turn the light on ahead of time, it ruins the picture that is emerging. If I can get you to master your sense of belief in your identity and purpose, and you can hold that belief under extreme pressure, then you'll be able to execute skillfully across life, family, and business. I wish I had 10 of y'all that would jump up and shout, because all you are is a character away from the next level of your life.
Listen, I got a question. Who are you for every man that's watching, for every wife that's watching, for every child that's watching? As a man, who are you when the pressure hits? When the pressure hits and the challenges are major, I want to know who you are. I'm Donald Morton. I'm the founder of Remand. And at Remand, we help married businessmen with families reveal identity and purpose, expand their capacity under extreme pressure, and execute skillfully across life, leadership, and legacy. So that all at the same time, they're able to manage the pressure that comes with everyday life. I was sitting here and I was thinking just how many men, there have been men that have sat with me and have said to me, Donald, for the first time in my life, I've considered suicide. I had a man recently sit with me and he broke. He broke and he said, I promised myself I would never tell anybody this. But for the first time in my life, for the very first time in my life, I considered unaliving myself. You are sitting next to, on Sunday morning, a man who is considering that. You are, as a wife, you're sitting across the table from men who are under such extreme pressure. They think it would be better if they simply were not here. As a man, I know what it is, because there was a period of time where my life was so raggedy, my life was so dark, my life was so challenged that I sat my 9mm on the desk in Newcastle, Delaware, sat my 9mm on the desk and bargained with God. I wanted to be done with it all. What's up, Dwight? Dwight, I wanted to be done with it all. I wasn't concerned about what's happening, Fred. Good to see you, my guy. I love you, man. Thank you for your leadership and your dedication to transformation and transparency for men. I honor you, sir. Thank you for the part that you play in my life. I'm significantly the better because of you. So thank you. Dwight, thank you. I'm significantly the better because of you guys. But Fred, I remember sitting at my desk, had a beautiful office, a home in Newcastle. And I remember sitting there like, I'm done. I'm done. I have nothing else to offer. I had ruined my life. I had ruined my life, had done a bunch of dumb things that I'm not proud of. So I bargained with God. I said, listen, I'm gonna take my life. Nobody cares whether I'm here or not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my life. I'm going to unalive myself. The only way that I will not do it, this is me bargaining with God. The only way that I will not do it is if I call my therapist and he answers the phone. It may not seem like a big deal to you, but it was a big deal to me. And it was a big deal to me because here's what I knew. My therapist never answered his office phone. So I thought I had an out. He never answered his office phone. It would give me an out. I'm bargaining with God. And yeah, Dwight, I'm done. Like I'm done. If this is all that life has to offer, I'm done. I'm good. So I sit at my desk, I pull out my piece, 9mm SIG. Those of you that are firearm enthusiasts, a 9mm SIG I had on my desk. Beautiful piece. And I told God, I'm going to call my therapist. If he answers the phone, I'll stay here. But if he doesn't, I'm taking my life. So I picked up my phone, I picked up my cell phone, and I dialed his office number. Again, he never answers his office number. He is retired now. But at that time, he never answered his office number. Not because he was slack, but because once you set an appointment, you just go in, you handle your appointment. Yeah, I thought, Fred. So the phone rings, and it rings, and it rings, and it rings. And right before I hang up the phone, he answers. And I break. And by the end of the session that he had with me impromptu, he had an impromptu session with me. And at the end of that session, he said to me, Fred, he said to me, Dwight, he said, listen, whenever you get that dark, here is my cell number. I need you to call me. I need you to call me. And I promised him I would. Brothers, that was the last suicidal ideation that I had ever had. But it was enough for me to begin to ask myself some very real questions. And what I'm seeing men wrestle with, as it is as of today, I'm seeing men wrestle with not the fact that they genuinely want to unalive themselves. Fred, they don't want to take their lives. They simply want the pain to go away. They want the pain to go away. And the only way that they think the pain is ever going to go away is if they just take themselves out. The pain that they're not just feeling themselves, but the pain that they feel like that they are causing someone else, family members and wives and children and jobs and communities. They just feel like I'd be better off out of here. The world would be better off if I just wasn't here. So what I've come to realize is usually when people talk to guys that are considering taking their lives, they usually say talk to them about purpose, something like that. It's not just that. It's the pain that they're trying to escape. And what I'm about to say next, Fred, what I'm about to say next, Dwight, what I'm about to say next for those of you that are watching live and for those of you that are watching by replay by the time this loads, I'm about to say something insensitive. I'm about to say probably one of the most insensitive things that you've ever heard. Life doesn't get easier. Life doesn't get easier. It doesn't play fair. It plays by a set of rules. Those rules aren't always considered fair. If you're anything like me, brother, you have awakened during the morning and say, man, if I can just pray, God, like lighten the load. Do you know that he doesn't do that? Lifes. It trips, it challenges, it pushes, it pulls. It's arrogant. Life is arrogant. It shows up every single day to do its part. And here's what I've also discovered, Fred. Tell me whether you agree. Dwight, tell me whether you agree. What I've discovered is that life isn't attempting to beat you. It's not attempting to kill you. Life is good enough to us that what it's doing is attempting to expose the gaps that you have. You mistake the things that are going on in your life as things where life is trying to take you out of here. The enemy ain't trying to take you out of here. Well, he probably is, but the things that are happening every single day, they're not the enemy. They're not necessarily God. They're not necessarily the enemy. It's life. So because life happens to all of us, time and chance happen to us all, you cannot realistically think that somehow life gonna get easier. So that's probably, again, that's probably one of the most unnerving things to say, insensitive things to say. But life don't get easier. You only have a couple of choices. You can surrender to the pressure of life. You can crack up at every turn. You can continue to leave relationship after relationship when the pressure hits. You can continue to abandon your children when the pressure hits. You can continue to abandon your business venture and vision when the pressure hits. You can do that. That's an option. Before God blesses you, he crushes you. You can handle the assignment. Many people don't know that they can. Because there's actually, Fred, tell me whether you agree, man, there's actually a capacity issue with most men where they can't handle the pressure. They can't handle the assignment. You have to be built to a place where you can handle these massive assignments that we have. Dwight Robinson is on the line. He is a client of Remand. And what I will tell you about Dwight Robinson is he is right now building a massive vision to be able to serve veterans who are unhoused. Why? Because that's a massive vision that God, the creator, spirit, has asked him to accomplish. That's not easy. That's not easy. The truth is that locked inside of every man is the potential to win. Phenomenal, right, Fred? Like he is in the process now of development of his vision to serve unhoused veterans. That's not easy. That's pressure. Those of us that are husbands, it's pressure to show up every single day, serve your wife, raise your kids. Sometimes, not all the time, but in some families, it's a thankless job. You're expected to do it. No one's throwing a party for you. Remember Father's Day? Nobody threw a party for you. But here's the deal. You show up and you got to do it every single day because your mission, your vision for what you have to accomplish is held by a standard that only God holds. Even when there are no applause down here, God still expects you to fulfill the assignment that he has given you. The assignment as a father, the assignment as a husband, the assignment as a business owner, the assignment as a son. Do you know that one of the assignments I had was to make sure that my mom was good? Got a smile to keep from crying. That's my baby. I miss my mother. We had disagreements. We battled. We had disagreements. Yes, sir, Dwight. Right? We had disagreements. She disagreed on some things with church that I fundamentally disagreed with. I disagree with things where she stood 10 toes down. We did not have a great church relationship, but as it relates to my mother, there are no greater mothers on the planet than Aretha Elva Nadine Adams Jackson Morton. That woman was my greatest cheerleader, my greatest support. There is nobody like that woman. So here's the other obligation. You can fold under the pressure. Most men do. No applause at all. Still got to do it. Yeah, man, miss my mom. I'm going somewhere. So those of you that are watching by replay, just stick with me. Just stick with me. Dwight is a client of Remand. Ask him how his life has changed since being a client of Remand. Ask him how his capacity to handle pressure has expanded since he came into the Remand world. asking how his sense of identity and purpose have become far more clear since he came into this world. And ask him, has his level of execution been greater since he's come into this world? Here's what he will tell you. Absolutely. He doesn't cuss. But if he did, he would say, hell yes, my life has become better. My family has become better. My business has become better as a result of being in the world of Remain. So you have an opportunity to fold. You have an opportunity to do that, but everybody does that. Everybody does that. Be someone different. Everybody succumbs to the pressure. Everybody has a break. I'm asking you, don't you want to be different than every other man on the planet? Don't you want to lock in on identity and purpose? Don't you want to expand your capacity to handle the pressure of being who you are? Don't you want to execute at a high level? Don't you want the life of integration that causes you to master life leadership and legacy, life, family, and business all at the same time, where there are no gaps? Don't you want to be a whole kind of brother? Don't you want to provide a life for your wife and children that is second to none? Don't you want to be a business owner to provide for communities? Don't you want to have your money on top, your business on top, your marriage on top, your health on top, a sense of fun on top? Like, don't you want? Isn't there a different you on the inside that knows there's a life that's better? But the current life that you have, this is going to be shocking. This is going to be shocking. But the current life that you have is a mirrored image of what you believe on the inside of you. Every decision you make, everything that comes into your life, it is attracted to, and it is the gravity pull of the thing that's happening internally. If you want to change your external circumstance, you're going to have to change your internal reality. Your internal reality, your subconscious mind, what is happening in your heart, in your spirit, is the thing that is causing everything to shift, manufacture, change. Whatever is happening because it first starts what's going on the inside of you. So what I want to make sure you do is I want to make sure you spend your time getting the support you need, getting around a group of brothers who are doing it at a high level. Each of them owns several kinds of businesses. We got branding agencies that are part of Remain. We've got real estate developers that are part of Remain. We've got health and wellness coaches that are a part of Remain. We've got veterans homes that are a part of Remain. We've got entrepreneurs that are a part of Remain. We've got paint companies that are part of, like, Remain runs the gamut. We've got media and production that's a part of Remain. Like, these guys are coming to this world and they're not just concerned about one thing, they're concerned about it all. I want to offer you an opportunity to enter the world of Remain, because I figured out how to leverage all of the things I've been through, put them in a formula that is repeatable. It is a proprietary process that we use to take men through that will absolutely change your life. It'll transform your entire existence. So imagine a world where you have brothers holding you accountable, brothers supporting you, Imagine a world where I can hand you a formula that if you master the formula, you live the life that you've only dreamed about. Imagine walking into your house and being celebrated by your wife, being celebrated by your children. I want you to sit and I want you to feel what it would feel like to feel appreciated. I want you to feel what it would feel like to not have money worries. I want you to feel what it would feel like for you not to have health challenges. And if you do, to know how to handle the pressure so that you can execute the skill set of taking care of your health. What am I talking about? Dwight just said it. I'm talking about integration. And integration, gentlemen, is a grown man's game. Integration is a grown man's game. Integration is a grown man's game. The weak do not survive. So before you say, yeah, Donald, give me more information about that, are you sure? Fred bet on you when he said you can handle it. This is the hardest game you'll ever play in your life. Only the strong survive. Integration is a grown man's game. I figured out how to have a healthy, thriving marriage. I figured out how to make sure that I made the money that was necessary for me to fund the life that I want to build. I figured out how to make sure that I'm healthy. I figured out how to have fun. I figured out how to be a great father. I figured out how to develop business, how to serve my community, and how to leave something for the next generation. And I figured it out so that I can do it all at the same time. It's possible. It just takes a lot of work. And I know the marketing strategy is for a great marketer and salesman to get on and say, hey, it's not going to require a lot from you. Hey, entering into the world of Remain, it's going to require everything from you. It's going to require everything from you, but it's going to give everything to you. It's going to give everything to you. So if you are interested in the world of Remain, go to www.remainforge.com. If you need to have a conversation with me or one of the brothers before that time, before you commit, go to weareremained.com. If you need to have a conversation, set an appointment with me. I'm off on Friday. I'm off on Saturday. I'm off on Sunday. I'm off on Monday. So you have to wait till Tuesday if you absolutely have to require a conversation with me. The truth of the matter is you already know if your life has not reached its full potential. And either you want to do something about it or you're not going to do something about it. There's nothing in a call with me that where I'm trying to convince you. I'm not trying to convince you. I'm trying to make sure you are positioned to be a weapon against mediocrity, against any challenge that dare present itself in front of you. I want you to be the kind of man that shows up and does great exploits because of a proven formula, SQ times AQ equals MQ cubed. If you can master that formula, if you can master how it works, and you commit to it, you give your full life to it, the dreams that you have are coming true. So I want to see if you guys have any questions. I want to answer any questions that you guys have. Dwight says, do it now. It changed his life. He is not the same man that entered our program. By far, he is not the same man that entered our program. He is actually a certified character arc facilitator. He's a certified remand coach. Certified. He's going through our process. He's been involved with our process for a couple of years now. Why is he still here? Because his life transformed. And there's always another level. There's always another dimension. He's after that next dimension. He's achieved much, but he's after that next dimension. And I want to ask you, where are you stuck, my guy? Wherever it is, we want to support you. We're going to surround you with a group of brothers that are going to help you accomplish your goals at 4 times the rate that you would if you've never met us. Trust me, I'm not just blowing smoke. I see it happen over and over and over again. So if you guys don't have any questions, I'm out of here. Go to weareremand.com. Go to remandforge.com. Loading. Yeah. Become a part of this world. Become a part of this world. I dare you.
I found out why not only me, but most men don't reach their full potential because they have not learned this formula. This formula will cause you to reach your full potential. Anybody interested? I say, anybody interested? Yeah. Not 95, not 80, 100% of the time, this will work if you learn to work it. SQ is my belief about my identity and purpose. AQ is about capacity. If I can lock in identity and purpose, if I can become solid on who I am and why I exist, and I can hold that identity and purpose under extreme pressure, then it's just a matter of time before I execute life, leadership, and legacy. My family, my business, my personal life rest on my ability to remain who I am under extreme pressure. The character that I've been using to get to this level is not sufficient to get me to the next level. So what I had to do is switch out character. Because when I switch out character, I choose a new character that is designed to get me to the next level. You cannot get to the peak without first honoring the fact you got to master the pit. In 80s, there was no iPhones and taking pictures immediately. No, sir. There was this time when there was a dark room and you had to go into the dark room. It had to be dark so things could develop. Because if you turn the light on ahead of time, it ruins the picture that is emerging. If I can get you to master your sense of belief in your identity and purpose, and you can hold that belief under extreme pressure, then you'll be able to execute skillfully across life, family, and business. I wish I had 10 of y'all that would jump up and shout, because all you are is a character away from the next level of your life. About men as much who lie to other people. I'm more concerned about men who lie to themselves. Our society trains us to lie. Believe it or not, lying is comfortable. There's something about lying that gets you out of a lot of stuff that you go through, at least temporarily. This is the first test with the lie. How many of you have ever lied to get out of trouble at any point in your life? After a while, it's still coming around. You still gonna have to deal with it. There still has to be a violent confrontation with truth.
Listen, there still must be a violent confrontation with truth. When you're ready, step into the forge. Let's make it happen. Rakai.